Well, welcome back everybody, Smithy here. Welcome to another episode of JurassiCraft in Jurassic World and Jurassic Park. So today we are back at our Jurassic World lake area and we want to continue on with this build. If you remember right, we've done so much with this spread over the last 18 months, so we want to get stuck into the water park. Now that's obviously got a bit of a problem because, as you can see, the monorail was heading for that hill over there, which is going to come out of the way. We're going to use those mountains at the back as a backdrop still, but I've got to map out where the water park is going to go because it literally sits behind this area over here. We'll just change over from that mode to that mode. Yeah, so when we walk over here, the water park sits literally here, where that sort of rocky outcrop is over there. So we're going to have to play it by ear as well, because the water park sits in front of the monorail in a vast area which we've got to get spot on. So what I've got to do first of all is really start laying out where the water park goes. Now this is the left hand edge basically of the water park, which will go up to here. There's some huts up here. The first water area is here, second water area over there, and then we literally, where this hill is, we'll have the sort of water area that hits out there. Also, there is like twin towers, death slides that sit in this particular area here when we come round here. So I've got to build that into the world as well, which is going to be slightly fun, which is also sitting behind the which is sitting behind this super duper arena here, of course. So we've got to be careful. So first things first, what I am going to do is I'm going to get rid of this hill over here, and then I'm going to start laying out the water park. Now the water park is totally flat. There are all the pathways and everything sort of go that way, so it's totally flat, so I'll have to cut it out. Once I've cut out this hillside out the back, I'm going to completely take it out. I will come back and I will have laid some pathways down, so it should be all fun. It's also getting dark here as well. Actually, I wanted to show you what I've done, just to show you what it looks like before we do all the changes. Let me go time set today. Yeah, there we go. I've taken out the mountain. But what I want to show you what it looks like, because the pathway, luckily some of the trees are still here, so I'm going to have to take those out. What I intend to do is, you can see that it's one layer above. I've literally been very careful here. If you remember, when we stepped down over here, we wanted exactly the same level. So what I can do now is, oh, there's a horse. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? I can bring this level right the way across using MC Edit. I can also, like I did on the Isla Sorna, I can just play around with stuff. I can always put the trees back in afterwards. I'm quite happy to do that. So I might just play around with this mountain and then fill it in. And good thing is you can still see the pathway here, but that doesn't matter, because what I want to do is see this low area here. I want to fill this in so it looks quite funny, because I want it exactly all grass. It gives me a chance also to put lots and lots of dirt down. That's alright over there because it's supposed to be a cliff edge with trees on, so I can play around with World Edit. We're in 1.8 for this one, Minecraft 1.8 Forge, and JurassiCraft 1.8 as well. So what I'm going to do is I will now go and do the terraforming here and get ready to put our water park in and our towers. I'm really looking forward to putting the death slides in as well. That should be quite fun. But I want to show you what it looks like before we do the transforming. So welcome back. Well, I spent some time doing this, sorting that hillside out, which is now gone, to make it a bit more impressive. Want a bit more of rock face on it, and I think I've just about got enough space to fit it in. Although the pathways, I'm going to have to reconfigure the pathways, because really I probably, to get both the water park and the death slide in, I might have to sort of make that path go the other way over there. So what I got to do now is got to spend a lot of time putting some smooth sandstone in to get the paths all the way around the back of here, which is going to be quite fun to say the least. And sort of, even though I've done that, I put some trees there, this path is way bigger. So to get it all in, what I might do is I'm going to run it back towards that way and use that as the backdrop. So this, oh, here we go. Get rid of that. So yeah, so what's been gapping on? Right, so what's been going on? I've been on holiday for over a week. Yeah, absolutely. It's been super duper. What I might do is, what I could do is bring that path down there, but then it would be not much fun. So what I'm going to have to do is redo the paths, which could be, that should be a bit wider, shouldn't it? It should be, that's a well big path over here. So what I'm going to do is do a bit of path work. I mean, this is sort of going like over here like that. So we've got to put a load of paths in like so and make it work all the way back to where it's going to go. So I'm going to have to do a bit of work to get that pathway through to the water park over there. I'm going to have to look at the map and work out what's going to happen. Yeah, so I've been on holiday for a week. I've been surfing in Cornwall, so we're back after a week, and I'm going to set about getting this episode done quite quickly. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start putting the pathways down before I put the water lakes in. And once I've done that, it will be absolutely fine. Yes, it will. Absolutely fine. Right, we're back soon. So welcome back, guys. I've got the pathway done over here. Look, all going around to the Pachycephalosaurus. And I've got the pathway now looking out here. But I'm not. What I might do is bring the water a bit closer. It's quite a big aqua park, so it needs to fill the place. And the other problem I got is where I'm going to put the death slide. What I might do, because the death slide is sort of offset over here, but I'm not sure how. I might just bring the death slide to this point here from over there. So what I am going to do is I'm going to leave the pathway there until I put the water in. What I'm going to do is sort of put basically put a big square of water, a big oblong of water, then we will shape it using the blocks. It's a clever way of doing it, of course. Because it's all shallow. So what I intend to do is sort of put there's some huts over here, an area. So what I intend to do is just literally I'm going to carve out a water park, and then I'm going to shape it, which is the best way to do it, which means I'll do an oblong and then we fill it in, which is probably the easiest way of doing this. So if I come to around about here, because that's about just in line with that once it comes in, the sheds come around there. So if I get this line here, and it's much easier if I do a bit further. So if I get the water to here, click there, and we're going to go whack out all the way out to here. We get right out to here because we've got to do the rock things at the back. And then we can put everything in, like all the rocks and stuff afterwards. So if I get right out here, I'm going to make it a big water park because it sort of goes all the way over here, and I can always change it. I need to go and find out what the water is. So it's 8, so all I have to do is go and set 8, and then we'll see what happens, eh? Click. Hey, douche. Water park is here. It's not exactly. In fact, what I might, looking at it now, I think, yeah, the water park needs to be pretty spectacular. I think we need to go, the monorail goes at the back. In fact, what I can do is, what I intend to do is sort of, if I make the death slide run over, I think I'm going to make the death slide actually run over the top of the water park. I'm not so sure yet because it's quite big, although I could just run the death slide at the side of the water park. Yeah, I could do that. I think I might just do a bit more. Let's just click this sort of, there's an area here. Let's click it further out to here. In fact, what I might make it is my own spectacular. So if I bring it across here, I can then bring the death slide over the top, which would be pretty good, would it not? So let's just click that and do that. There's the rest of the water in. So yeah, let's go and bring daylight back as well. So that is roughly where my water park is going to go. But I might make it a bit smaller depending on how I shape it. Now, this is quite easy to do because let me just start over here. So like this one here, right at the corner, these buildings are going to be here. This has got quite a sharp corner. So all I have to do is this. In fact, all I have to do first of all is, if I'm really clever, no, I still have to come here. So if I just do that and then run all the way down to, that's the maximum the path will come out to here. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. 24.2. So let's do that, and let's set the path over here where the buildings are. So if I just do that and run it at the back here, all the way along the back side to, and it even goes around the side. So if I just run that to there. Now you can see that we've got the edge of the water park. So all we have to do in terms of that, all I have to do is sort of make the sharp, well, it's not sharp edges as such. And that's 1, 2, 1, 2. So what I have to do is make it shaped like that, which is roughly how that goes. And then there's a sort of, it sort of goes around here and then it comes out around about halfway. It just comes out here. So I have to go around and just go like this really. Because there's sort of pathways and stuff like that where the water park sort of comes out like that. And I just have to follow the design because it's a series of pools, and then it's got a narrow walkway at this side here, so we do like that, and it's just a case of filling it in, and I can then put the base in afterwards. There you go. So I can start shaping the water park and the water and making it like the picture. And you can see how that's going to work. In fact, it might not go that far, but what I will do is do the design and then see how it goes. I don't know how we're going to put slides in yet. That's quite a small design. Then there's sort of a bumpy bit there. That's maybe a bit smaller, maybe a bit smaller out there. So you can see how we're going to do it. Right, so now I've got that pathway there. That's actually quite good. And then over here, the pool goes round and there's a pathway, a central pathway just around there where the slides come down. I don't know how I'm going to do the slides yet. That's going to be fun. But what I'm going to do is play a bit more and then we should come back again. So here we go. Here's the basic shape of our water park. And I've done all the pathways as well, which is really cool. Now, it doesn't look very much at the moment, but the first thing, as I said, I wanted to do is really get the shape of the water park. So what have we got? So what we will have when we finished. Now, what I am definitely going to put the death slide across the water park. I'm definitely going to do that. There was supposed to be 3, but it's just not big enough to do that, considering where the water park is. It's just step back. Trying to get size. Water park should be massive. It looks massive on the map when you look up close, but it is a way away, so you can't see it all. So what have we got? Right, okay, so death slide will come across here, but that's going to go in last of all once we get the water park in. So these are pools. What there isn't very much of is changing rooms, so I'm going to adapt the area behind here into cafes and stuff, and I know what I'm going to do now. So I've got to put the sort of round buildings, like sort of huts over here. There are then 3 main pool complexes, which are shallow and deep. We're going to have to put it deeper where the slides are. I haven't put the base in at the moment, and it's raining. It doesn't rain in this park. It is in the middle of... Anyway, it's supposed to be lovely and jummy. So there are slides which come off a rock area over here. Now, if you've been to water parks, you'll know that slides are usually contained within, there's usually cafes and seating areas inside as well as out. So we're going to do the same here. There is definitely a round cafe building right at the top of the part, right at the top where one of the slides comes out. Almost like I'm going to do like some pool areas up, and then we're going to have cafes underneath. So we're sort of going to have indoor and outdoor as you would with a complex this sort of size. There are slides going into there. Well, I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. Sadly, we haven't got blue blocks which look like slides, so I might have to use something else, but we shall see. Now this particular area here is one of those like Lilo circular movement pools where you sit in sort of a Lilo and you just float around. It's not one of the rapid ones. You float around and around, and it's got like a central pool area here with the slides going into it, and then there's like a circular bit over here which we haven't put in as well. So it's going to be quite fun. I haven't decided yet what we're going to do with the slides. So yeah, so we're going to have this big rock formation at the back with cafes. We're going to have some slides, different types of slides. Hopefully we're going to get like a windy slide. Not sure how I'm going to do that yet. I might have to just use, if you look at the blocks here, we need to use slabs really, and the only slabs we have, we do have, it's a pity, we really need some blue ones. I'm going to have to choose orange, maybe orange slides, because you get orange slides, but it's blue. That is the only trouble. The only trouble we have. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might have just do white one. Sadly, white one. I'm not sure. Might do some orange on a white one. We shall see. It's the only thing is we haven't got blue, so we don't know what we're going to do with that. Bit sad because I wanted blue. Anyway, it will be a water park, and we want to put water in it. That's what I aim to do. And if I use the white ones, here's something I can just show you before we finish. You could even, you could actually have, because it's like a big slide running off the top of here, like one of those race slides sort of thing. And if I had, if I use the white ones, what I might be able to do is. What might be clever with, if I use an orange one there, what I could do is in my design, if I just set something up here, if I sort of have, if I had that as a centerpiece, I know when this is not going to be a slide, and then do that as yeah, so that would work, would it not? I don't know. Let's just see if we can get some water in this just to try it out. How does the water go? Might be interesting. Let's just see how the water goes. If we put it at the top, no, need some edges on that, so that's no good, is it? So we need to have higher edges. So what would be good is if we come up a bit, let's just try this out, have that as the bottom, then if we yes, that would actually, that's a bit sharp. Let's just try, I'm trying something here, or just put that's too steep, isn't it? That is too steep. So maybe we just have to do, I wonder if this works. This might work. What you got to do is got to try this out. This might work. Nope. This just might work. We shall see. Now if I put water in this, it's still not going to work, is it? Because the water's I need to have high up sides. Sadly. So the only way to make it look cool will be to put the like that, and then the water will flow. It will flow then quite happily. Now you could, yeah. So the water would flow, but I'd have to step it down as well. See, that is going to maybe actually, if we're really clever, I wonder if this will work. You could even have, oh, you could have orange. That's not the one. The one you could have orange. Yes, you could have orange and that. So wait, and then we can step it down inside as well once you get it. So you can have it all stepped down. So maybe it's going to be orange and white. Maybe we'll probably use the wooden one instead. We shall come back. Oh, don't want to do that. This is going to be quite hard actually. It's going to be quite good. So we might have orange and white slides. We shall see, but you will be able to have slides, which is what I wanted. I'll be able to play around with that, and probably I might be, if I'm really clever, I could hide the blue, because if we had that, move that out of the way, and we need the time set day. We could even up higher up. Hey, yes, we could have the blue. We could have the blue if I then play with that. So we might come back with some designs. I could have the blue still, so it could be blue and white with the centerpiece. That as the centerpiece. That would work, would it not? There we go. So we are going to get some blue and white. There we go. Right. Okay, guys. That's the end of this episode. I'm going to keep some shorter episodes coming up now, and that actually might look quite good. I'm pleased with that now. Just looking at your design and how you do it, and then I'll just see. It'd be fun how to set it up. But we shall have a go next time at setting up our slides and doing the rock buildings and cafes at the back, and then trying to put some trees and stuff in the front, and yeah, lots and lots to do. So thank you very much for watching. See you all next time, and thanks very much. Bye bye.